Okay, we rolling? There you go. Okay. You gotta talk kind of loud too. What's up, everybody? This is your man, Mr. No Edit, and this is my new show, the Mr. No Edit Show.
Mr. No Edit
All right, this is
Show.
our first day outside. As you can see, a bug just flew in my ear and out the other. And for our first interview outside, we have a special guest, my man, World Threat Outlaws, amongst other things, Strizz.
Hey, what's happening?
Welcome
What's
to the
going
show.
on, J community? What's up, everybody?
Welcome to the show. I'm gonna double check, make sure this is recording. And yes, sir, it is. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So you can have a seat there. Look at that, we just got some shade.
Oh, there we go.
Meant to be. We got our little waters. You know what? I'm gonna push this up a little further because I think we can. I didn't think about that till just now. Yeah, that's better. That's closer. Okay, so we're here with Strizz, and what we first usually try to do is go into a little history.
All right, now.
This is a little history, because although the Mr. No Edit show is about many things, it kind of revolves around dance right now, because I love dance. So, Strizz, how'd you get into JIT?
Oh, how did I get into JIT, man? You know what? I was always used to seeing jitting at skating land or at parties ever since I was a kid. You know, I was like 5 or 6 going to skating land, seeing people, dance on the sidelines. I mean, from the early 90s or at a basement party or a block party or something like that. Because I grew up in the East Warren area.
Oh, okay.
You know, so from, I grew up on University, but we used to be on Drexel and Lenox and
That's right.
Arthur Road. Yeah,
You know, practice over there. So who would you see? You see mad dancers, I take it, or just individuals you really didn't know what group?
It was
from?
at the time, like when I seen Mad Dance, everybody people would get a hold of these tapes. You know, like my boy Leo.
Leo from Dream Team?
No, from he used to roll with Drop Squad. He used to stay on Old Town.
Okay.
And everybody, the thing was collect these tapes. So you see Mad Dances and different people with these practice tapes. And that's how a lot of guys that I was around learned, or the people, the people I didn't like when I was younger, at Skating Land, we didn't know a lot of individuals' names. When I remember one dude, I think his name was Keith, that grew up over on Chester, and I used to see him jitting. I used to see my boy Daryl and them down. They were trying to jit. It was just like the thing. It was something that you just, especially being on the east side. You just grew up with that. I watched New Dance Show when I was younger.
Oh, okay.
You see D.I. Norman, of course, on there all the time. And listening to the mixes on the radio. So it was just something I kind of, I just came up in, just grew up in.
Okay, you dig that. And how did that end up turning into you being a member of World Threat?
Well, I got with World Threat probably in my early 20s.
Okay.
I was actually supposed to jit with it was a couple members of Sweet Tech. I used to roll with John. We used to always go to Canada. Me, Johnny, my boy, I can't think his name. He used to go to Canada all the time. Well, Johnny was coming around. He came around a couple other times, but Johnny, we go to Canada and stuff like that, hit the parties. I see people jitting over at 112. And I was trying to practice with them. But even before then, with my boy Breeze and all them with Showtime, they went to Kettering.
Okay.
They used to be, they used to roll with Eternal Freaks. And I used to look at them jit too. So it was the thing, I was, around these different groups over time. And I finally, as far as getting just situated and settled, I seen Lamont at Techno Fest, man. I was like, oh, sweet, man, I want to get with you, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And Lamont introduced me to Nate. He's like, come over and practice over here. He introduced me to Nate. And that's how I finally got down with the crew.
Oh, so at a Tech Fest?
Yeah, at a Tech Fest. I actually was practicing at Stream spot before I got over it. So I'm trying to go through history, extract stuff. I was practicing at Stream spot first, went to Tech Fest, met Lamont, and Lamont introduced me to Nate.
Okay, and the rest is history.
The rest is history.
Dig that. So, now, we like to talk about things that dancers do besides dance. Okay, so I know you are into jewelry.
Yeah.
Yeah, some nice looking jewelry here.
Thank you.
Good looking stuff. So, what got you into this?
Well, I wouldn't have never done jewelry at all. I just in the African American community, man, growing up on the East Side, a lot of stuff is not presented as far as different opportunities. You growing up on the East Side or West Side or whatever. Just in Detroit, man, it's only certain things like far as it's like you grew up in a box, man. I got out of high school, I got some college classes. I didn't really know what I wanted to get into. I was political though. I was always into being Afro-centered and all that,
Right.
But one of the brothers, cause I'm a member of the Shrine of the Black Madonna on the West Side Church, and he used to have a bookstore, and this guy used to make jewelry for the bookstore. He set diamonds, had a casting lab, everything. His name was Raz, and Raz pulled me to the side when he said, "Hey, I'm looking for some apprentice. How would you like to learn how to be a jeweler?" And I was like, I ain't into beads or nothing like that. But he was like, no, I work with metal or whatever. He showed me what he had on. And, I was going over to his studio and learning, and the rest was history. So I've been doing jewelry, silversmithing for about, it's been almost 10 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, for about 10 years.
So you have I don't know much about creating jewelry, but you do it at home?
Yeah, I got a studio in my apartment. It's growing. It has to grow. I got to get more tools, but I work, fire up the torch. I got, stuff that I got chemicals, acid that you put the stuff in there.
Wow.
It's bring the silver up to the top. It's a process.
So you're making this from scratch?
Yeah. I'm buying the metals, and the thing is, people educate me, when you get jewelry, you buy gold or silver. It's the dollar bill. You get a dollar bill, whatnot. The silver and the gold is what makes that dollar. Supposedly, what makes that dollar bill worth something. So this is not only, you not only to educate people. You not only can just buy jewelry to buy jewelry. It's currency as well. You know what I'm saying? That's why they were doing the when they were buying up the gold back in 2008 when the gold shot up.
Right. In case the money and the economy collapse, you still have.
This is the real, gold and silver, the real deal, man.
Still have currency.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point. That's a good point to make. So where do you? I'm skipping back and forth from things that you do, including dancing. But you chime in anytime you want about something. But since we're talking about the jewelry, where do you sell it?
Well, right now I'm at Easter Market on Sundays. At the artist market, and that's something that's growing. And Easter Market is just growing that well. I'm actually trying to put something together with the sister and I, doing electronic music and getting the jitters involved down there.
When will that be? When is that looking like?
Well, we were going to do Electric Market next year because it was too close in the season to do anything. So I like to plan our stuff ahead instead of rushing it. But we might probably in the next couple months, I'm probably going to set up something where we have a couple DJs from the community and some jitters. If I can work it in with a budget where people actually, get finances, from this, getting paid. Not everybody, I can't pay 1 million people or whatnot, but getting that into place. So I'm still talking to the sister to see if we can squeeze it in right now.
And what will it be called?
Well, for next year, I'm going to call it Electric Market.
Electric Market.
Yeah.
Okay, so look out for that.
Yeah, the reason I'm doing that, putting together, because, you got big stuff like the Electronic Music Festival.
Yeah.
And a lot of Detroiters feel shut out of that.
Right.
And real talk, the culture started in our basements at Skating Land in the hood, far as the cats making the music and the cats dancing to it. And when you go downtown, now it's been so watered down, you don't really see none of that. You know what I'm saying? So this way, with this, and then they're doing stuff with Shari Vari too, that's coming up in August. And then they had the Tech Troy thing that just passed.
Yeah.
We're trying to keep that stuff going within the city, the roots of it.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And they gotta see jit, man.
Oh, for sure. And you know, I didn't think about that. That's a good way of showing off some jitting to different people. So, is there any jewelry here you want to? Oh, you want to touch on that lady show now?
Well, yeah, I can.
Let's go back to it. Yeah. Let's go back to it. Let's go back to it.
Okay.
We're gonna, before we end the interview, I'm gonna grab the camera, and Strizz is gonna talk about the jewelry. So you can see it up close. You probably can't see it very well, but it's beautiful stuff. Okay, we'll do it like that. Okay, so back to the dance. I want to talk about what we usually do is just ask what's on your mind. And I know it might be more than one thing, and that's cool. We can go through the list, you know. But
slide up in here, man. I try to keep it calming down for a second, you know.
Right. But so is there anything on your mind you wanna talk about? Talk to the people.
Well, it's good because see, one thing, if I present it on Facebook written, it has no emotion or feeling to
no
it.
Emotional value to it.
That's when a lot of people look at a Facebook post that one of us might post. People put their own attitude on it, and they might think you coming at an angry standpoint, or you coming from this standpoint, and it's not that. It's all love.
True. That's true.
So, you know, this platform here, I want to, as far as what I'm about to present now, you know, one of the things I want to talk about, man, with jitting is just presenting stuff. You know, when I say expand it, a lot of people like, well, we selling out, or we doing this, you know.
Hold on 1 second. Walk. Stop. Okay, sorry about that. My dog is going. He sees you playing. That's what he's doing. Come on.
Come this way, Caden. Caden, come over here.
He should be good. He's seen him playing with the other dog.
Oh, he can play.
He getting jealous. Okay.
Nah, just sit down for a sec, man, because it's barking and you can't.
He's loud.
Yeah, sit for here. We're going to be finished in a minute.
I could just let him loose. Sorry about that, folks. Mr. No Edit Show. We take pride in not editing.
Okay. Edit out all the, edit out the barking and stuff, huh, man? No, the thing, you know, one of the things I want to present, you know, which I feel this is a good platform, is just presenting JIT. And, you know, it's great we have parties and different things and events that we can go to for the people that we know, or the people that, you know, we've been around for years or whatnot. You know, I mean, we all know each other. Or, you know, when Ryan actually, when he made the first JIT page, you know, a lot of people didn't know me, and a lot of people know me now, and along with other people. So that helped bring people together. But now, you know, I just talk to, especially by a lot of us getting older. You know, as an adult, especially, you know, a lot of jitters are over 30. And late, even the younger jitters we're talking about in their late 20s. You know, what do you see yourself taking this, and, you know, how to present it? I mean, I tell brothers, I say, if this is what you love, don't look at making money at selling out. Well, I'm exploited. That's not exploit. You're a grown man. You got a family to take care of. You say
it's okay to make some money.
It's okay to make money, man. It's okay to. I understand you don't want to sell out the culture, and you don't have to do that. You know, but it's ways of moving the crack. I mean, I was telling one brother, I say, all right, they do Zumba class.
Okay.
They do Zumba classes at the Planet Fitnesses and all that. I said, you got 100 Planet Fitnesses around here and workout studios. I say, if a brother want to actually say, I want to make some extra income from this day, you know what I'm saying? He can go up and do a JIT class, a workout JIT class. I'm just giving it as an example.
Right.
At the Planet Fitness. You know what I'm saying? Say, you know, you come in there professional, this your paperwork, and you show people how to JIT in there, and you saying this is for your health. You know, that's the way you can get grants, you get known, you get seen, you know. That can put income in your pocket. Because a lot of brothers will, I gotta work, I ain't making no money. And then you had a dead end job or whatever that you really don't like, and you really want to do something you love. And teaching the youth, we all had a place to go. Because we were youth in JIT. Now, because one thing, this is what people say, well, the youth not in it no more. I said that ain't true. Because the thing is, be careful, slow down on that. I say the thing with the youth love it. If I do something or they see other people doing something, or they see a clip with Beehives on there, jitting, they love it. They like, where do I find this at? That's the thing. They like, we don't have access to it.
Right.
So it ain't about, okay, the youth not wanting to jit. It's not, we not presenting it out there. And we wonder why other cities, you know, and that's the thing. That's a big thing with our city too. The city always has, you know, got a bad rep with the news and all that. And even though we love Detroit, we feed into that negative stereotype a lot. And, you know, we got a great thing going with jitting, you know, but people are just, the negativity, man, is keeping it down. I mean, you got youth out there, it's youth. I mean, we had groups, dance groups and all that. We not really seeing it, or we don't know. I'm not in high school.
Right, right.
But, you know, you can be one of those people who say, you know what, I'm going to start doing these events for the youth. And I'm going to go out and I'm going to teach JIT class to the youth. You know what I'm saying? Keep them off the street or whatever. Get them involved. It don't, you know, all it takes is that idea to go do something, man. It starts with just an idea. It's not you trying to exploit nobody. I don't know where people get that crazy stuff from.
So you're hearing that sometimes of people saying that others are exploiting because they're making money?
Man, they say it's some crazy stuff like they exploiting or they doing this or they doing that. I'm like, where is this stuff coming from?
Now, is that usually coming from somebody that's doing something themselves?
No. the people that's usually talking are not doing anything. I don't see them in any youth programs. You know, I don't see them putting together events. You know,
well, that doesn't sound like a constructive criticism. Then that sounds more like just downing.
Player hating. I don't want to say player hating. Hating. You hating? Why? Why?
I see.
Why, man? We can all build each other up, man.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's important. Anything else on your mind?
Well, I want to give a shout out to my group.
Okay.
They've been real World Threat, and I know I haven't been at practice for a long time. I've been doing my business. I'm trying to balance my time out. So that's been a big thing, man. I really want to be around my group. You know, Nate, Lamont, Marty, Tristan, you know, Aaron, man. We you know, L1. We all have been a big influence in each other's lives, and this is what people. This is
the young guy too. You got the young guy in the group too.
Who you talking about? Dominic?
No, I don't know Dominic.
Dominic, he was the pop locker. EB.
EB, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to name everybody. You know.
Well, I know you got a bigger group than I thought.
Yeah,
actually. But I like that y'all.
And Paulette, that she's the female.
I heard about her. I never met her. But what I like about World Threat Outlaws is you guys claim each other. And that might sound silly to a lot, but it's just refreshing to see that you guys are scattered out. You're doing different things. You can't always practice. You know, there comes times in your life where you have to focus on something else. But I still, when I run into Nate or Lamont, you know, everyone still claims everyone. I think that's a good look. That's a good look as a group.
And people, when I say, I don't see this person, all that, you know, we all grown, so real life stuff getting away. Like L2, Marty, man, he was talking about, he said, hey, man, you know, as much as I want to get out there, you know, and do things, and he wants to, man. Marty's like, L2, when it comes to jitting, Marty's like real passionate. Like, if he hears some music, man, we'd be at a family reunion, you know, he might hear a mix at a funeral or something, man. He start hitting. You know.
That's all right.
But it's just, you know, you working these 9 to 5s or you putting together stuff. You know, we trying to make grown man moves, but I'm not trying to still separate myself and just say I ain't gonna jit no more. I'm trying to find the time right now to say, hey, let me fit this. Like, I gotta start getting up in the morning and doing something. I gotta keep it going.
Like you said, you're grown. You're an adult. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know, and if you had the time to jit more, I'm sure you would. It's a passion.
Yes, I love it, you know. I wouldn't be on the show right now talking about it. You know, but that's why I'm saying with other brothers that do have more time or with passion, you know. I mean, they have the passion with it. It's a lot that we can do if we come together as grown men. Like we're not teenagers, man. I mean, a lot of us that's on these pages, we're in our 30s, man. We can sit there and talk, and we got to be an example for the youth. I remember it was a 12-year-old. It was a 12-year-old. This is an example of this. He came in on, I think, on the JIT Street page or the JIT community page one day, and he was saying, man, I'm like, he put up some clips of him, he trying to do his thing.
Of him
I don't know if
dancing.
you've seen that one.
I don't know if I've seen it or not, but he was dancing.
Yeah, and I was one of the people that reached out to him. I was hoping some other brothers reached out to him to practice with him. You know, but that's one thing the youth are looking at this. So when you do put this negative stuff in a group, you don't only got grown men that see this. You got kids that's looking at this. They got like 12 or something. You know, you got people that are dance managers and all type of people that look at. You know, I can't even add certain people to a group sometimes because of the crazy infighting and bickering, man.
It's turning people away.
Yeah, you know, it was a lot of times. Like, and this is one thing I want to clear up.
Okay.
All
okay.
right.
This is the time to do it.
Just because I work with Chicago on certain things doesn't mean I'm anti-Detroit and I'm pro-Chicago. It don't even make sense, man. At the end of the day, I'm a jitter. So when I go there and I jit, you know what I'm saying, I'm going there, I'm usually going there to battle. You know what I'm saying? I ain't sitting there and say, forget jit, I'm trying to learn footwork, da-da-da-da-da. But
I'm now gonna see your feet going side to side.
You know what I'm saying? And this is, I'm not down it because, you know, I worked with Clinton when they came here.
Well, I mean, you showing that you're serious. You're not going there to learn their dance. Not that you don't respect their dance. I've heard some. I've never seen it face to face, but what I've heard by some really great jitters is that it is a very, not a promising dance. It's an explosive dance. That's what they say. It's an explosive dance. A lot of energy when you're there live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when you were actually there. Now, it was things I seen, like, when I'm there in Chicago, I was like, okay, well, maybe if you would have finished that with a drop. Because it's so explosive. You know, my opinion on Chicago, and that's not all the dances, because you got a guy like, what's that dude's name from there? He's with the Footwork Kings, J. Ron. Prince J. Ron, that's a beast. You know, but I would still judge it from a jitter standpoint, like, oh man, maybe he should have finished that with a drop because it's so explosive. But at the same time, we ain't from Chicago.
Right.
You know, we're gonna judge from our perspective.
Right.
But the thing is, they're keeping their. I see a lot of new moves coming with Chicago because they're keeping their stuff alive. I mean, one thing, because even though Chicago got that brand of not being the murder capital or whatever, but it's the third largest city in the United States. So by being the third largest city in the United States, yeah, they're gonna get more opportunities because everybody, you know, the media clown Detroit all the time. You know what I'm saying?
So you were saying that just because you go there don't mean you're against your city.
No, I'm not. I don't know what you like. I'm like, no. If I promote something, it'd be this event. They actually, Chicago will call me and say, man, is any jitters gonna be there? Is any Kaden, have a seat, man. I'm sorry. Have a seat. Yeah. The you know, when they come here, they always ask about jitters. Like, where they jitting at? They might not necessarily be here on a Sunday where I can say you can go to Sexy Sundays or whatever. You know, like I told Clint when they threw that one party, like, you know, they throwing that party at the same time Sexy Sundays already had an event going on. You know, but they want to interact with Detroit because our culture is similar. So they want to. They like, well, even though you got Crumpin or whatever on the West Coast, you got this. The closest culture that we can, as far as identify with, is Detroit. You know, and Clint was like, man, I'm trying to do Midwest thing where we can just come together, man, because y'all supported me on my music for this long with Back and Forth and Bounce and all that. With DJ God, you know, a lot of them guys coming through DJ Godfather. You know, that's the thing. We'll sit there and diss certain stuff or this, that, but half of the music you hear is a house music sped up. So we can't say, yeah, we don't share this. Like, they'll remix the techno track in a minute.
Okay.
You know, but I'm not knocking them. You know, that's the admiration for each other's culture. But like certain brothers said at this this thing that we did at the beginning of August. I mean, not the beginning of August, excuse me. Beginning of January during the Footwork Till You Fall Out event with Detroit, Chicago. When they seen them boys on the floor. You
Chicago.
know, and this is prominent jitters in the community, guys we look up to. That seen Chicago on the floor was like, yeah, it wasn't no walking apart. That's why like we need to, for a lot of them guys younger than us. So like we need to pass our stuff on to younger guys and younger people because they have that explosiveness.
So what?
To them.
So you have connections with a lot of guys in Chicago as well.
Yeah.
So they may see this interview.
Yes.
Do you have anything to say to them? Positive or whatever?
I want to, I guess I give a shout out to there's Maurice Dilla at BG's, DJ Clint. That's
your man.
That's my man.
Okay.
DJ Clint now with Beat Down House, Rashad Rebel Harris, J. Rod, of course. You know, all the brothers that actually reached out to me, man. They reach out to me a lot. You know, if I'm coming there trying to get something here.
Yeah.
You know, but again, that doesn't take away like here I see them doing something there positive. You know, one thing, you know, and I don't want to dwell on them so much.
No.
But one thing they have, I say we need here, they have a connection with their DJs. They can name their DJs as a dancer. A DJ will sit there and say, well, what track can I make for this group? And they'll make it. You know, it's a house-o-matic track or whatnot.
That's like
you
Ace.
know?
Ace.
Yeah. Ace doing that.
Ace can do that.
Me and Jay Shaw been talking and stuff like that. And that's the thing, I'm not trying to, I'm looking at positive stuff, what they're doing there. And, you know, I want to get back to what we were doing here with the groups and all that. We kind of need that continuation thing going on. We don't need to be at each other's necks so much where if, you know, younger people want to learn JIT, you know what I'm saying? They can't find it or don't know where it is. We need to have new music. You know, newer music. I'm not saying just make a totally different genre of music, but you know.
But newer Detroit techno.
Newer Detroit techno.
Not so he's saying. I'm just breaking this down because I know we got a lot of old heads out there too. You're not saying some totally new type of music. It can be Detroit techno,
Yeah, it can be
like
Detroit
Clear, but from a newer artist.
Yeah, from a
with
newer
fresher
artist.
sound.
Yeah, and I mean, I was over at brother. They know him, B Calloway. Me and him over there. I'm working on the track with him now called Flow Killer. You know, I'm doing the vocals over and whatnot. We working on the track.
You rap or you talk?
Well, I'm just doing the vocals for it, you know, just putting something together.
Flow
just coming
killers,
up.
flow
Killers. You know, you when you come out there, you come out the Flow Killers. Hopefully this song, it has the energy where you go out there, man. You killing it. You gotta rip it up. You can't go out there soft on it. But I do want to give a shout out, man, to Jay Shaw, DJ Ace, because they are some of the people that are making new stuff. Me and Jeremiah knows a lot about the techno business, you know what I'm saying, and who to be around or whatnot. So me and him talk a lot. And another brother, DJ Omega. Me and B Cal was talking about DJ Omega. DJ Omega, I was just kicking him like a couple weeks ago. We trying to get him to come back out on the scene because we felt that DJ Omega was one of the guys that has the newer sound that
Where
would
is
cross over. He's somewhere on the east side. We gotta get him on the interview.
Send him on Miss Noah. Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna tell him, you know, cause he has I think Ace and Jay Shaw has some tracks on SoundCloud too, and he has some stuff on SoundCloud. It's from 07, but because we ain't play a lot of new stuff, it's still gonna sound new.
07 is still new. Yeah, that's in the music game, in a techno game. That's still
he remixed that. It's you remember the one of Hypnomania songs.
I'm familiar with the Hypnomania, but I don't know the.
Yeah, he remixed one of their songs. He got that. I mean, I let Strings hear. It's like this. Is
Hot though.
This is Strings. I played it for Strings. Like this is what we need right here for some new
man,
music.
I have to hear it.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it for
Omega.
you. DJ Omega.
Okay.
And you know, your older brother, man. Him and you got a young guy. We had him at the beat battle for the Detroit Chicago thing we did. Nico. Nico has some new stuff out, and he's making. I tagged people in a couple of his songs, and people really loved it on the Jet Street page. Now Nico is another guy. I want to get him on here, man. He's a young techno artist, and he's doing his thing. He's nice. Him and DJ Fluff, man. He's sitting on a lot of tracks.
Is that right?
Yeah, I wish he had come up off of them tracks. I want to get that message. DJ Fluff.
All right, Fluff.
Let the world. He's sitting on one. He remixed Kendrick Lamar's song and made it to a techno beat. Let the world hear that, man. You got talent. Release some of them tracks, man. Come on, man.
You're being selfish.
Yeah, go ahead. You know what it is, though? People like, man, I don't want to put nothing in the JIT page because of all the negative stuff and da-da-da. So,
well, you requesting it.
I'm requesting
Your man requested it. I want to hear it.
And for all the new techno artists that's out there that got new stuff you can make with the JIT, and this is the thing we were talking with the jitters too. People will make a song and think they can play it fast and think it's you know, oh, we just like fast stuff, but it'll sound like some cornball stuff, man. You know, we're like, nah, you think you just play it fast and that's it? Nah. You know, make new stuff, but build on the shoulders of the elders in the game, man. When you hear Juan Atkins, when you hear was it Drexia, and all of them, man. You hear
Ox.
Yeah, man. Ox 88. That soul that they had in there,
DJ Mako.
DJ Mako. Oh yeah, I couldn't forget about DJ Mako, man. You hear that soul, man.
Oh, for sure.
And they making a lot of stuff now without soul. So I understand where the jitters come from too. We hit and we like,
yeah, I'm gonna feel it. Yeah, you gotta feel that, you know. And I wonder if what they're trying to feel is that funk. That's what we all used to listen for. That funk get us going. That soul.
Yeah, it was Mr. Ade, man. He had that. What's that?
Ade?
Ade, man.
Yeah. I thought, yeah, I like him. You know what I like? A lot of people don't really talk about much, man. But I used to love that Sex in the Beach.
Oh man.
Sex on the Beach. I like his version.
Yeah.
Me and Mako talk. Mako likes All Days. No.
The Salt's version.
Salt's version. I like Mr. Day's version.
Yeah, man. You know what? It has that flavor. Both of them had that flavor. I like both of them. They both had that flavor. But if I'm jitting, I can go out and I can see a girl over there and I can go freak her out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I love that version, man.
Yeah, man.
That's hot.
Yeah, yeah. I like both. I like both versions, man. He made another one called I think it's called Time Space Skrilla. And I seen Rail from X-Men on the clip way back when he was jitting to it. And it's, man, it rock. It's Detroit because it's techno, but you hear the funk. You hear electro funk. You hear the funk under. And that's what I think that's what we need a lot of the artists. They make stuff, they think we just gonna battle to a jit fast. It's like, nah, we need funk.
Yeah.
We need funky, we need soul, man.
That's why I like that's why I like a lot of the old stuff. But I have heard some new stuff thanks to as far as I know, thanks to Techno Tuesdays. Jeremiah Shaw and my man
Ace.
No, it wasn't Ace wasn't there. Not that Ace doesn't do it, but it wasn't Ace, it was the other
Lee?
cat. Lee.
Hold on, does Lee make tracks too?
No. I don't know if he makes tracks.
I know
think
he
does.
DJ.
I don't know. I'm talking about DJing. Even Shaw, I'm not talking about his original stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about they was playing some new techno, and it was hot.
Yeah.
I've been there before they made the move to, I think, Dynasty, which is a nice spot. In case you haven't been there, go check that out.
Yeah, that actually nice. And
that's a nice spot.
Yeah.
But before they moved there, I called Lee by himself. Jeremiah wasn't there. I guess he couldn't be there or whatever. But he was clowning some new stuff and it sound good. You know,
Yeah.
it's always gonna be hit and miss.
He got some
A
stuff,
lot of that
man.
stuff. Yeah.
And that's why I commend them brothers on doing that.
Anonymous.
Because we need anonymous. We need new stuff, and we need stuff when the youth. And this other thing I want to touch on.
Okay.
All right. Shout out to one brother. I go to his events. I'm Martez. That's like the hipster crowd. It's like this new mood of hipsters and artists and stuff like that. You know, you're starting to see stuff revolve back around, but it got this whole new thing now. So he just did a track. What we gonna do? He sings over it on Octo Red. That's another white ghetto tech DJ, man. He makes himself. Shout out to him too. Sweet. But you know, when I talk to him, and it's a bunch of young people on. They're like in their early 20s, 19, and they've been following this like new neo hip hop type of thing that's coming out of Detroit now. And they're looking for a new ghetto tech, but the problem is they listen to a lot of stuff. I'm not knocking what Chicago does.
Yeah.
But you don't hear Detroit stuff played there. You hear Chicago because they say, well, we can't find her. We don't know the artist. So I tell, but I say, the reason I go to these events and I tell them to work with me, you know, because I brought Jitters there, and Jitters turned the party out.
Nice.
The party was cool. When folks started jitting, bruh.
Show people what they can do to that music.
Bruh, yes. They were out there. I mean, it made the party, man, it turned the party up. But the thing is, and I'm not knocking them for liking Chicago, the footwork music coming out or whatever. It's just, that's why I say we need new music. We need new techno music, because we got to show them like, hey, you know, this is our city, so we got to play our
It's
stuff.
still alive, too.
Yeah, it's still
and the
alive.
show is still alive.
They think it's dead. They're like, that's my mama stuff we used to listen to. And I'm like, man, I'm getting old. You said that's your mama.
Right.
But we need that, and we need to be at those places jitting and DJing. That's why I try to get guys DJ gigs there, or like me and Jay Shaw, we crashed one of their parties. And again, like I said, Chicago footwork music, I like a lot of it. Me, honestly, I like a lot of it. I think a lot of people like Chicago music because of the bass in there. They like that doo, you know, and those syllables or whatever. They like that bass. They listen to that bass. But as Jitters, and this is supposed to be our city, you know, we're supposed to be in the D as techno artists. Why we not at these places? Why we not throwing parties? That's why I invited them to my first event. You know what I'm saying? Because this our city. We need to go there. We need to be, or we're going to have to advertise and tell them where we at. We got to start doing more advertising. Say, Techno Tuesday going on over here. Such and such Sexy Sundays is going on over here. It's either you advertise it or you find out what they like to, because they got a whole nother type of swag to them now. You know, it's not, you know, these guys, they're like hippie artist type thing going on. So it's a lot of that stuff getting meshed up in there, and we need to find a way to connect with them, because, you know, the more and more I go to their parties, they probably won't play nothing but Chicago footwork music. You know, they won't play, and again, that's nothing on them. You know, it's just I tell them, I'm like, something's missing here.
Right.
You know, the Jitter's not coming out. Even though, and then one thing is to just say, ain't no females at the party. You get a bunch of females at these parties. Yeah, a bunch of females.
They can't use that excuse.
Brother, it'd be a bunch of, you don't use that excuse. You want to see some females, it's a bunch of females. I mean, if you want to use that as an excuse, it's a bunch of females that be at those parties. Fine, man. But the thing is, and I'll be jitting there. I was at one party, I think Mo Sig and them, they came, and EB came to the party, I think the next day, and they had slowed down because everybody had left. Something happened with the sound. But the day before, I'm out there, you know, I'm talking to some girls, and I start hitting it, like, oh, you jitting, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, come on, I'm about to show you a move and stuff. I did that. Mo, you my witness. You remember when we was, Mo Sig my witness. We were at the one party where the sisters came back, they got the African earrings on, the braids, they out cold, man. And they seen us out there, I started doing the jitting demonstration for them. They came right in. They was out there dancing, gigging, man.
Nice.
You know, same with this other party, the party I went to the next, I was at parties the whole weekend for Techno Fest. I'm out there, I was like, let me show you this move or whatever. They loving it, man. We gotta get out there more. We gotta see, they gonna love us. I mean, we dancers, man. We can take over the crowd. I mean, it's a lot of ladies at Nicky's and all that. You know, be careful. There's a lot of ladies at Nicky's, but see, places like this, I'm telling the parties that the younger folks be at, or the hipsters or whatever, it was all type of people. It was a hodgepodge of people that's 35, 40 to somebody 20 that just like house music. And that's the platform I feel that we need to be at, because that provides, that's the I say the environment we need to be in, because they're listening to the music. You'll go to some places, some chicks like, I don't want to listen to the music. Unless you go over there, you start entertaining them, then you wake them up.
Right.
But they'll play 30, they wouldn't even play 30 minutes. They'll play 15 minutes of mixes and then go back to this crappy music. You know what I'm saying? When you go to this place and they having it all night. You know, and they don't mind you getting on there, getting on the turntables as a techno DJ and spinning for them. So why are you gonna go to this place, which ain't gonna show you no love, but there's a place down here that's gonna show you love with female, that if you do jit, then, oh man, jit, no man, I remember that,
Well, there it is. There's a place to go showcase your skills and possibly meet some pretty ladies.
Exactly. If you want to meet pretty ladies.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. So, what is it that you want to tell the dance or jit community? Is there anything you want to, like you said, when you type on the pages, there's no emotion involved in it. So is there something you want to, you already explained what's on your mind, but is there some suggestions, recommendations, or anything like that that you have for your community? Because it is your community. It's our community.
Okay. It's our community. Well, for the community, you know, shout out. So again, like Ron Hall put together the page, you know, where we can, and Dion now, you know, with Just Street. But, you know, we need to start, when you think about something, don't think of it like from here to there, you know. Think about a long-term goal, what you're trying to do. You know, something bigger to what you're trying to achieve. Don't just hold JIT as a dance that's just that happen to be in Detroit. Hold it on the level of what African dance would be. Because, you know, I mean, look at jazz now, tap dance. You know, it's a world where now you can go to a school and you got to learn these special movements or whatever. Hold JIT up to that level. It's culture. It's the actual culture 100, 200 years down the line. You want somebody explaining this in the history book, like, yeah, they had this dance called the JIT in Detroit. I mean, it's bigger than what we are just seeing as far as battling. We got to start battling, but we got to start, you know, we have to start thinking long term. We got to start thinking bigger, like, well, I want to pass this culture down to the youth. Let me go teach the youth for the city. Let me make a show and showcase this for the youth in the city. Let me go start teaching this. If, you know, I want to make something financial out of it, let me go start teaching this over here at, you know, this gym. You know, let me do this for people that want to get their health better. You know, instead of Zumba, we got JIT class. You know, start thinking broader, man. We can work together. Y'all, I mean, a lot of y'all got my number. Y'all know me. Y'all can inbox me. I can inbox y'all. You know, y'all can inbox this brother. You know, all we are is an inbox or a phone call away. You want to do something, man, put your egos aside. Start thinking bigger. You know, let's not think just about parties. Don't just think about parties. Think about events. You know what I'm saying? Think about what JIT can do for youth that might be troubled but love dance, and they can take their anger and all that and put it in their emotions and dance. Think about that, man. Don't think about, oh man, you wasn't around JITting around this time. You ain't got no opportunity. You shouldn't even be on the page. Oh man, that drop. Man, we grown. We grown ass men, man. We grown. I mean, I understand we warriors, man. We men, so that competition is there. The sports and everything. I mean, the male species is just like that, you know. But at the same time, man, start thinking bigger, because when you go downtown, that's why I want to do stuff like the sister at Easter Market told me. She said, I don't see enough of us, brothers and sisters, doing stuff down here. They got $100,000 budget just for advertisement at Easter Market. You know what I'm saying? They can pay people. They got Easter Market has a 10-year plan for laws and all that down there. They have, when you talk about the people that are really the money behind Detroit, the movers, they got 20-year goals, man. We got to go from minute to minute, or day to day. And we got to start advancing ourselves, man. And we going to be left back in this, you know, stuck in this rat race. Well, we way behind, man. We still, you know, it ain't no reason that the amount of businesses that black folks got today it's like almost around the same percentage that we had around after 1865. You know, and I mean, just look at it.
Stagnant.
Yeah, we stagnant. So we gotta advance ourselves, man. We don't gotta sell out our culture, but we gotta advance our culture. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and on that note, advancing our culture. I like to just add that we have $600 up. Any type of dancer. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do. And I shared this. Group, solo, by yourself, doesn't matter. I don't care where you're from, what type of dance you do. The $600 is up for you to showcase what you do and try to get that money. Okay?
All right, y'all heard it. Y'all heard from the man himself. $600. We're gonna promote that, and we trying to get everybody out there, man, that can do their thing. You know, it's October 1st.
Yeah, October
1st. Yeah. You know, so if you got it, showcase it, man. And then after that, take it further, because what these brothers are doing, you know, with the first one, the second one, and the ones after that, we have to support it. You know, we gotta support each other.
Platforms, baby. You can't do anything without a platform. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if you're teaching, trying to get it outside the hood, outside Detroit. If you don't have a platform to show what you can do, you can't go very far.
Exactly.
You practice for a reason. And this is a good place and opportunity to showcase what you can do for some money. You know, not that you're going to be rich or anything, but I know when I was bugging like that, you know, I'll get in for that money because I knew how good of a dancer I was, or am. So I want to go back to this jury, unless there's something we didn't hit with the dance culture. Did we pretty much cover everything?
I mean, yeah,
culture?
I guess I pretty much gave shout outs to who I wanted to, and shout out to everybody, but pretty much just advancing it, man. After this, if anybody sees it, let's work together to tackle these crazy issues that we having right now and get all that nonsense out of there, so we can start advancing and show people what Detroit has to offer. Because the news and the media always want to, they want to down Detroit or whatever, man.
They want to show the negativity side. They don't want to show nothing positive.
Yeah, man. I don't know what they think about Detroit. Like we some Bamas or something like that, man. It looks like Detroit one of the slickest cities. That's how it is with the Jet. You see the slickness in there. You see the power in there. You see, hey, I'm from Detroit, so you hitting, you doing your thing.
It's confidence.
There's confidence to it, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's all I'm doing. Let's let's work together. Let's showcase our stuff.
Dig that. Now you heard it from the man himself. And I like that you brought up the thing about the when you writing in the Facebook pages. It can be taken out of context. And like you said, you're not around. You can't be around as much as you would like to. So I'm hoping that you really you feel comfortable getting your points across to people that can see and listen to you as well. I think that's a good point. It's a real good point.
And I seen that. I was like, okay, they took whatever I said out of context.
Oh, so it happened before.
Yeah, it's happened to me plenty of times. It's happened to other people plenty of times.
I see.
So
I see. Okay, man. We appreciate you, bro. For real.
I'm
gonna get the camera and we're gonna look at this jewelry.
Take you to the bathroom in a minute.
Okay. We got you. 1 second, man. My camera get off this thing. Okay, here we go. See what we got here.
Okay, yep, I got a mixture. We're
gonna put this in the sun. I want this in the sun.
Okay, I work with well, these pieces right here, like this is a green emerald quartz and it's sterling silver. This ring right here, I have this moonstone and sterling. You know, I use natural stones. This is rose quartz and sterling silver. These are made from solid copper. These are some actually created in the, I call them the Zulu shield earrings, the African shield. I try to have an, you know, you see a lot of jewelers and if they're from Italy or something like that, or they're from Bali, Indonesia, they put their culture in there. So I try to put a little bit of African culture in ours, you know. Of course, I got the crazy squirrel rings, you know, a lot of sisters like that. The carnelian bracelet and the cowrie shells and the turquoise.